Well, hello there. We're here. Final part. The Megasode. Load right in here. I forget. It's a bit weird. Okie dokie. Things are alright audio wise. Kind of how things have been. Did we? I think we just ended things off on a weird. Oh right, because the weird thing. Right, I remember. I guess you guys would know that. Watched through the entire last episode. Already seen the ending. But yeah, we start this episode off in a very odd position. I didn't quite end off the day. This one's just about to end here. It got rolled back, I think, a little bit. I don't remember, but we are still going anyway. As for length of this particular part, it probably won't be terribly long. I wanted to do some other stuff. I have stuff I've been meaning to do, but I wanted to get an episode out anyway. At least part of the last bit of the Megasode here. The first one, which is more of a test than anything. I don't like I'm not super what's the way to put it? I don't know, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, of course. Because some stuff came up. I was visiting and stuff. I was hanging out with Devin, so I didn't get as much coverage in Journey to the Farlands as I thought I would. Like I wanted to do some long bits, but I'll probably save it for winter break or something, because that's like just after this week. So if I have time, I'll utilize it. Because I do want to try and get back to some more normality with the journey here. Be a bit more of a reasonable range. Kind of a range of arrival. Estimated time of arrival, ETA. Definitely. I don't know. It's kind of a balancing act with this, where I kind of want of me want to complete the journey quick, then parts of me want to actually do other stuff, like play like the universe sim, for example, or kind of just chillax and watch TV. There's a lot of different ends to things. So yeah, my original intention was for this to be a bit more mega. It's kind of just 3 decently length episodes. Not really pushing the boundaries, but I'm sure the next megasode I will. Oh, I should probably get my bed placed here. Well, the armor is almost toast anyway. There's nothing too special. Like I said, nothing too special about this first megasode. I just wanted to test the waters, see how they would perform. I mean, I got the first 2 episodes out, of course, and they've been performing fairly decently. Out of some of the best out of all my videos. I'm not sure if that's because of the megasodes themselves, or if it's just because the series is starting to get a bit more coverage. So I'm still yet to decide whether I want to just do megasodes whenever I decide to do huge spans. If I do I don't think I'd do it again if I'm doing just this length. Probably save it for when I'm doing more like long things, like 8 hours or more a day. That seems like more of a reasonable excuse to do this. If it's like multiple of those, I feel like it's more suited to a megasode. This just feels like 3 smaller episodes bunched together into one, where it's kind of a sandwich, because I kind of talk for the first hour, and then there's like another hour and a half that I don't talk, and then there's the 2.5 hours that I don't talk, and then now this is probably like an hour or so of me not, or I guess of me talking commentating. Kind of closing remarks on the long, or the version long of the Journey of the Farlands. So I'll for sure do this again, but as I said, I'll probably save it for big episodes instead of just 2 hour long. Mainly because I didn't really expect that I wouldn't do super long streams. Like I didn't foresee my doing stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna apologize. Of course, it's not really that big a deal. You're not doing super long episodes. It's more of just a thing for myself. Anyway, so I'll just make up for it, and probably over the break or something. Who knows? Depends what I do. I don't have a job right now. I had one in the fall, kind of summer through fall, but just as kind of during the Farlands took precedence in school. The work kind of stopped, so I haven't worked in a few months. So I'll probably be getting another job at some point in the near future. Just because that's just a part of life. Gotta get some stuff going. Can only last so long without a job anyway. So yeah, I won't get too deep into that, but yeah, I have had a bit more access time, so if time gets a bit more restricted and I have to do less episodes, then so be it. Arrival time will be altered. I may feel a little disappointed, of course, as I do when I fall back, but that is life, c'est la vie. That is just what's happening. Anyhow, this is more or less just my capturing of the nonsense that is Journey to the Farlands, the Kona Farlands, the legendary chain this year. Quite a year indeed it's been for me. Not sure about you guys, but definitely been quite a year. What, like 3 Newcraft seasons, a spin-off, the return of Newcraft 1, the Fellowship, Origins. We did some Third Life stuff early this year. Probably some Final Life next year. Origins again. So it's been busy. And even school-wise, I've been doing a lot of school. Balancing that. Yeah, the Farlands, of course, that's kind of the new thing. The big commitment right now, gaming-wise. And I also didn't get as much time to plan in Newcraft, so I'll have to definitely do that over the break and over this week perhaps as well. Get my base on the things like that going, and then I'll see where kind of the Newcraft 1 election happens. That'll fall in place somewhere, I'm sure. So yeah, still expect more Newcraft 1 streams. Then the Fellowship will return when I'm back from my hiatus from it. I'll be pushing myself as much as the usual, if not more. Oh, is this a spawner? Ah, lovely find. And put a torch there. Some iron, always nice. And some more iron. I should dispose of something temporarily, like this sand. Yes. I don't really need the. Yeah, I'm debating keeping this. I don't really need the iron ore. Because I got so much iron, it's almost like I'm self-sufficient with the iron now. So, goodbye iron ore. That might be a decision I come to regret, but I doubt it. I've done this long enough. I think I'll know what I'll regret and I won't regret. So, I'll hold on to the bread while I have inventory space. And there's usually only 2 chests in these, so I'll just dig my way out. That was nice and easy. I'm not gonna kill the mobs. I know some of you guys might like my little fights every once in a while, but I thought I'd just, I don't know, figure stuff out. Try and keep myself on the move. So where are we at? Oh, it's December 11th. I gotta do an entry in my notebook. Yes, I do this thing. It's not quite journaling, but I do like write kind of talk about things in a kind of write about things in a book about like stuff that happened 2 months ago and stuff that will happen 2 months in the future, that kind of thing. If that makes sense. I'm kind of the concept of it is that I kind of write what's going on currently in my life, and then I write what some questions I have for a few months in the future, and I stuff like that, and of course, answering questions and all that. So yeah, I've been doing that for about like 2 years. So I've done like one every 2 months, so about 12 entries, and I can kind of see how things have evolved, new craft wise, and Journey to the Farlands now. I already know my Journey to the Farlands entry is going to be asking me about reaching a set goal, which I think I'll have reached. I can take a look at my notebook. I don't know where I put it. Might be in my room. I'll have to look at it later. I guess I won't tell you guys about it, but I think I was predicting when I would be at this point, unless that was my August entry. No, that wouldn't be August. Because I do it every 2 months. So this entry is on the 11th of December, today. A few people watching in the future. That's the date this video was probably uploaded, if I export it, which I probably will. And my last one was from October. Wait, was it? Yeah, October. And I did one August. And I did one, June, and you keep going back, and it goes all the way back to October 2020, where I was talking about the pandemic and stuff. So it's been kind of cool. I don't know. I usually don't do that kind of stuff, but it's been kind of cool to go check back on every once in a while, preserving some of my thoughts and stuff. Good to kind of see the evolution of things that way. Sure, as things evolve, it'll get more interesting. As more things happen in my life, as life becomes more unpredictable and more changes arise, because that's just how things go. It is quite true. I do say so myself. So I'll do that journal entry, probably that kind of entry. Probably after stream, maybe, if I remember. I try to remember. Sometimes some of them have been off, but so this will have been the second entry I've done since the because the one before Journey of the Farlands was like a few days before, so I didn't know about Journey of the Farlands when I wrote that one. Because it was literally like the day before I started this world. It was August 13th when I had actually come up with the idea to do it myself, and I just streamlined it. I'm kind of doing the trial and error still now, some concepts and stuff. And as for Christmas, I don't know what kind of specials or stuff I'll have planned, because I don't know. Not too sure. Might do some new craft thing, or maybe a Journey to the Farlands again. I don't really know what I could do to make it more Christmassy. Like, I made it pretty Halloweeny for Halloween. Like, it was pretty spooky. If you check out the Burn Baby Burn, which was like the Halloween special I did, it was pretty on par with Halloween. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna top that. Oh, hi there. Another chatter. I've been getting the odd one every few streams, just probably because of my unpredictable schedule. I don't really have much of a schedule going on. Look at the follows. I appreciate that. You get too sappy about things. Do appreciate it. Oh, the bed. Interesting to know that people are starting to pick up on things here. I went like a full month without anyone chatting. Oh, it's been excellent. It's been excellent. How has your day been, Hope? Yeah, I forgot about the stream today. Stuff. Getting my reactions ahead of time. I guess I don't know. Behind. I don't know. Got a bucket down here. Oh, it's good to hear. Stuff. I've just been doing the usual thing that I do on these episodes I stream. I just rattle on about stuff until someone chimes in, which is starting to happen more and more recently, which is good. Means I start going a little bit less stir crazy. Some episodes. It's quite interesting to see people tune in anyway. Well, like I said, I've gone like a full month before, the first kind of actual chatter came in and conversed. It's like a month of journey to the Farlands before anyone had really, like, I just chatted. I know people had joined before that and like watched on YouTube, but good to get some conversation in. Well, thank you for the lovely comment. I'm pretty fresh to this, so I'm not surprised that I haven't like quite hit the spot yet with community or anything. Still pretty fresh here. I'm not exactly promoting myself much. Things are quite limited on this end of things. I just make do with what I can. I'm not too caught up in the viewership and stuff anyway. It's nice to have people watching and chatting, but it's kind of a passion project for me, kind of a tribute to special tinfoil chef who passed away. A nice YouTuber who joined to the Farlands, or tried to join to the Farlands. What small stream? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's majorly, or not majorly, it's quite mainstream these days. It's definitely uncommon for smaller streamers to get a lot of attention, which is why they're called small streamers, I guess. That's for sure. Yeah, it is true though. Kind of fine with my little slice of things anyway. It's got a nice small active community anyway, which is probably the most I'll have. So yeah, I like the more one-on-one or not one-on-one, but like kind of streamer on smaller sets of viewers because it's more, I guess it's more personalized that way, maybe. Quite nice. A lot more a lot less crowded, I guess, in the chat and stuff. I've definitely seen busier streamers and it's quite a polar opposite. Quite different. There's a lot more going on. A lot. out of action. I'm not quite sure I'd prefer huge following like that anyway. It's good to have the tight knit communities. I think it's quite nice, quite excellent indeed. Sand, the deserts beneath. Let's see here. Boat, stream, or kind of thing. Oh yeah, yeah. Gotta talk to big streamers chats. Yeah, I agree on that. I've definitely yeah, I definitely do agree on that. I've seen that kind of stuff when people talk about that kind of stuff firsthand. Even streamers themselves. Like relating back to being smaller streamers and stuff. Having that connection. There's still that connection with big streamers, but it's not quite as I guess personalized as I said earlier. I guess that's a good way to describe it. Also quite true. I'm not really putting on much of a show. I'm just trying to. I just try to convey me, I guess. I conveyed myself. I always kind of hoped, or I always kind of thought, if I was keeping it natural and authentic, I'm sure I'd find my crowd somewhere. Small or not, like big or small, preferably small. But yeah, definitely a lot of personality. And people who, I don't know, it's a little bit more casual for me. It's not like this is an occupation or anything, so it's not a serious endeavor. I definitely enjoy doing this stuff, but it's definitely far from how people who get monetized for this kind of thing. It's far from that kind of thing where people feel like, especially with a huge viewership, people feel very incentivized to be different to their actual selves or kind of mute certain parts out. So yeah, you get definitely some more natural, some. Mhm. Yes, it is quite an accurate statement. Personality. Just don't really have to worry about being. Get the nice C418 to fill the empty thoughts. Let's see here. Got some lovely terrain. Well, it's kind of flat, but things are a bit more busy in beta, but I try to make do. I got here. Let me see if I can pull off my boat technique here. Technique I learned. Oh, Farlander. I gotta pick up some speed, I guess. I'm not picking up much speed. I might just boat normally. Sometimes it seems to work better. Boat looks like a box. Yeah, I'm sailing across the seas in a cardboard box. Oh, I might have to turn around. Yeah, the old boxes are quite interesting, if I do say so myself. I've definitely said a lot about them in previous parts, just because they're old boats. They're actually around for quite a long time, and they're quite janky, as you can probably see. I mean, I'm sure the lag is helping helping that story get across, but the yeah, the boats are there's no oars or anything. Just kind of moving by sheer magic at this point. Sheer magic. They also crash when they hit the shore. And it's the really only reason I chose this specific version. I mean, I do like beta 1.7.3 as this version specifically. I think it's a pretty solid version, but I did pick it because it's the last version the Farlands are in. I don't know if you knew that or not, but that's kind of the main reason why this is so dated. And honestly, sometimes feels dated when watching it back. When I watch it back, it's like, oh, this doesn't feel like it's from this kind of time of Minecraft. I talked to there was another chatter in a previous stream that I talked to about old Minecraft YouTube, and that was quite the conversation. Because it was definitely reinforcing some of the benefits of these old series and stuff. It's definitely this is definitely a much more traditional style. There's not super high editing. Of course, it streams, so it's live anyway. I just kind of do minimal editing for YouTube. I'm not too into editing myself anyway. But yeah, this definitely reminds me a lot of some of the series I've been watching lately, like Minecraft and Farlands or Bust and stuff, and Hermitcraft, like early Hermitcraft. I mean, all these early series is from 2011, 2020 through 2013. Oh God, man, getting a tongue twister. Kind of definitely reminds me a lot of that, where it's a lot more just editing of what I actually do. That's kind of what live streaming is now, because a lot of YouTube now is just time lapses and commentaries over videos and stuff, which is perfectly fine, but definitely changes things. So there's this kind of content still being made, as I've seen on YouTube. I've seen other YouTubers doing the similar stuff still to this day. Even other people who've gone to the Farlands in the past, like Bigonomics, who's someone who's commented on my channel. He went to the corner Farlands like I'm doing, and yeah, he's even still doing he's doing another journey to the Farlands, and he's doing like one in alpha, I think, like an earlier version, which poses more challenge. But it's kind of interesting spins on things. Kind of cool to see that kind of stuff still populating some of these niches. It's not mainstream by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still out there though, if you know where to look. Where are we at? Well, 1.7 million, 68,000. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. If I had more time this weekend, I probably would have gotten a fair bit further, more towards my target. But, stuff comes up, and I'll just use the winter break to my advantage. Try and get some walking in and that kind of thing. I'll have to check your YouTube channel after this. Yeah, there's some decent stuff. I mean, if you kind of enjoy this kind of thing, it's pretty much all this, and then there is some modern Minecraft I've done, but I feel Journey to the Farlands is kind of where I've hit where things have hit the spot, definitely. I guess just because it's kind of unique. You know, you see a lot of small SMPs being streamed now, so there's not really too many things making it novel from all the rest. So Journey to the Farlands has that kind of novelty. There are people doing it, but it's quite limited. I've been slowly accumulating some minor viewership over the last few even weeks. Even when I started it, I'm not picking content, and I've never seen a hate. Oh, it's never a hate comment. Wow, that's good. Yeah, me too. I'm not really too picky when it comes to content. I kind of like to explore different things as well. I've kind of explored other series such as mine. Kind of left some positive comments on their channels and stuff. So yeah, I've definitely. I guess I also don't really hate on people either. I'm not much of a hater. If anything, I'll enjoy it, and you know, usually I don't have much criticism for stuff. Don't express it in hateful ways. Try to keep things all right, all good. If I have to use another boat, I might in a bit. Depending on how big this gap is. Oh, I could just walk. Could just walk. Why boat? Faster. Can't sprint. Sprinting hasn't been invented yet. At least version specifically. At least and before this. And for a while. Actually, it might have been the one right after this one that added sprinting, actually. I think it was beta 1.8 that actually added sprinting and all that jazz in the XP system and stuff. And that was kind of the release 1.0 stuff as well. Trailed into that. You're chill. Thank you. Yes, I'm definitely not quite as I don't know. There's definitely a lot of what's the word? There's definitely kind of a lot of emotion and kind of energy. A lot of people are energetic and motivated, and you can kind of hear it. I'm kind of just chilling here, doing my own thing. People tag along, find interest. That's great. That's the kind of goal of this is to just kind of get a complete archive on Journey to the Farlands, because I initially started without archiving any of it, and now I've been like, well, if I'm going to them, I might as well record it and stream it and stuff. And I've done other stuff along the way, but I've definitely committed to this, and I'm hoping, as even if things do change a little bit, I'm sure things all remain the same. I'm not one that's easily swayed, to say the least, on the subject. Definitely just because I kind of like streamers and YouTubers who are kind of influencers who are themselves, and they don't really put on a mask or anything. Appreciate the kind of the truth, kind of honesty, going back to authenticity. Yes. Oh, let's see. Put some sheep here anyway. What are we doing for wool? No, we're doing good. We're doing excellent. Splendid. Pig over there. Pigs, pumpkins. Planks in my inventory. Alliteration. Definitely quite mellow. Just walking for an hour or two a day. Gives you a chance to stop and think about things. Process things, I guess. I'm usually pretty stable. Like I usually don't have much issue with things, but it definitely helps think with thinking and stuff, especially when I do. I'm kind of a little bit more quiet on things. Even when it's kind of an escape anyway as well. That's what video gaming traditionally is an escape. Streaming some, and kind of me, it's a kind of escape to hobby, profession / career even. But that's just the way things go. The way things are going, and the way they shall go. The way they have been. Oh, yeah, be right back. Alrighty. Chop some trees down here. Nice bed moment, yeah. So I can get some shut-eye and then get back to my wood harvesting. Righty. Gotta make sure to stock up on the wood. I don't really stop often. The most you see out of me, for the most part, is placed everywhere across the landscape for millions of blocks. The time, probably. Or at least until the Farlands, I guess. They'll kind of just litter the landscapes, and then I'll probably have outposts at some point, maybe. You know, more realistic bases, but I'll see. I am starting to think I might not need to stop. The iron seems to be replacing itself with the spawners. That might just be my source of iron. I'm not too sure. Because it's whenever I seem to be running low on iron, I always it seems to go right back up. And it was hard to believe that I once had full diamond. Can you believe that? Full diamond. But yet all those diamonds were burned away with durability and all that. I mean the traditional thing with diamond stuff, or even stuff in general, Minecraft, is that it diminishes as I take damage. So I'm down to the diamond sword, and I have some diamonds left. I would have made a pickaxe, but I made it for the Halloween, so I'll just have to use the diamonds to make another sword, or just save them. But I'll just make another sword. I think iron's gonna become my best friend on this journey. Even though diamond was around for a long time, I think iron's definitely gonna be the new average, the new norm for my kind of loadout on stuff. And it's got a lot less durability, especially on enchanted, because enchantments don't exist yet either. Because if I would have enchanted, I probably, or if I could have enchanted, I probably would. Iron is underrated. It's quite useful, especially early game. Especially early game. Especially in my situation where I would have to go mining diamonds all the time. Where I'm just trying to focus on keeping on sort of thing. I'm just gonna focus forward. As much as I want to stop and build cool bases, I feel like if people want to see cool bases, they can go over to Newcraft or something. I got some cool stuff going on there, or even just other people in general. There's a lot of cool people out there doing stuff, similar stuff to me, similar SMP stuff. So yeah, I haven't really decided on if I'm gonna be settling in this world other than at the Farlands just yet. I probably will just so I can get diamonds back again. But it's just a matter of time. I kind of my original plan at the beginning of the world was to stop when the iron depleted. So I'll see if that ever happens. Seems to be still seem to have a fair bit of iron, and I even had that iron ore, but I just got rid of it because I don't really need it. Don't want to bother smelting it or anything anyway. I need to get some coal. It's also kind of a resource management thing where I have to get resources when I'm low on them, like wood, cobblestone, and even stuff that depreciate or depletes at a much slower rate, like iron, diamonds, and coal. I think is the slowest. Well, actually, maybe diamonds are the slowest. It takes forever to go through diamond stuff. If you've ever had diamond stuff, I mean, sure you have, but definitely takes a while to go through it. Especially multiple sets, because I had like a stack of diamonds at the start. Took an unholy amount of mining, but I got there in the end. Unholy amount. See if I can find myself a cave here so I can get. I don't need cobblestone though. I'll just look for coal along the way. I'm not gonna go caving. I haven't been caving in a long time. I've fallen into caves and kind of wandered around them for a bit, but I usually tend to pass them by like I am doing so right now. Just because I need to anyway. Yes. I should have a sip of my water here. Get some nice hydration going on. Stay hydrated. It's nice and healthy. Feels good as well. Especially if you're like me and you do talking, like streaming and stuff. Water is definitely helpful. Keeps my kind of throat fresh and all that. Kind of everything all in check. Oh, the lovely C418 music. The alpha and beta soundtrack, lovely stuff. Oh, yeah, that I guess it was just pretty bare bones for music compared to what we have now. Oh, I always have to check my memory because last episode I did, or kind of last part of the Megasode, I guess I'm calling it now. I just ended the stream shortly after my game kind of crashed because I just forgot to restart my game because I was doing like it was like going on for like 3 hours at that point. I was like, okay, that makes sense why it would have crashed. Luckily, I didn't lose much progress or anything. I don't even think I lost any progress because the game likes to autosave whenever I do this. You can see it saves every time. So it's nice that the game saves automatically. So if it has to roll back, it's fine. I think I'm not even sure if this version has like backup files or anything, because I know modern Minecraft does have backups built in for like experimental worlds and even just normal worlds, but I haven't really ran into too many issues with this world anyway, technicality wise or whatever. Haven't really stumbled across any huge errors. At least with the actual game corrupting or anything, nothing like that. I just have a big old SSD that I load all the Farlands stuff onto. Because the world is like, if you saw at the beginning of the stream, like at the beginning, I guess at the beginning of every stream now, since I've started, or since I've kind of started doing daily episodes, or just kind of tracking where I am at every point in time that I'm in this world. You can kind of see at the start of every stream the world size, and right now it's like 21 gigabytes, huge in size, and it's gonna definitely get bigger as I go on. As I go on towards the corner Farlands and all that. So I've kind of invested into an SSD because I got a new computer, or I built a new computer in October, so I got an SSD to load all the Farland stuff onto, so I don't have to worry about, you know, corruption. Because I think really the only type of corruption that happens in this version, I don't actually know a lot of the technical info behind it, but I think the only really thing is when you run out of memory and the world starts breaking because it can't load any more chunks. It's run out of storage or whatever. But I don't know. I'll probably never encounter those kinds of issues because I got a whole storage thing that I have yet to put much onto. I've got like a few drives now because I had 2 drives with my original PC. One was like 250 gigabytes, and then the other one was 1 terabyte. So they were kind of in what the PC I originally bought because I got it pre-built back in 2019. And I kind of fixed it up. Well, not fixed it up, it wasn't really broken. I just kind of upgraded it. I'm probably using more of an overkill setup for what I do, but it's good to have some good stuff for streaming and stuff and editing and all that. Good video card and stuff. Quite valuable. I do notice, I don't know if it happens much anymore, but I do notice that there is the odd bout of lag. I think it's probably just from my internet because I don't think, because I use Starlink, it's pretty decent internet, but I guess I've talked about it before, but it's I don't know if it's exactly built for streaming because it's like a satellite internet. It works really well, but I don't know if it works really well for streaming because I've noticed, I mean, it could be something to do with my actual setup here. I've definitely noticed that there's been lag during the stream, so if that happens, I apologize. Can't really do anything much about it. I've had people ask me about that. Well, not ask me, but like note on that. I'm like, yeah, that's just the fact of life. Just call that inherent lag. Although there is some lag that I experience on my end, just from my computer here. The game kind of takes a second to process. Oh goodness, takes a second to process things. Oh, good thing I had that bread, didn't I? God, one time when I had a viewer, I was testing things because they're asking me like, "What if I died?" And I was did die right when they asked that. It was almost jinxing. almost saw the end there at that point there. But I should be fine because I'll just roll back to my most recent bed, and if I go back to spawn, then I haven't quite figured out a plan for that yet. I know some people will be like, just teleport back or use a backup you have, because I do back it up every once in a while. People might be like, oh yeah, back it up or teleport there, and then I've even had people be like, just you know, be happy with where you got. Kind of treat it like a hardcore series where I just and I make it legitimate that way, where I just kind of, I'm like, yep, that's the journey. It didn't succeed. I don't know. I think if I'm careful though, I shouldn't die. Like the only time I really died in this road was at spawn. Those are just for dumb reasons anyway. And I'm like kind of near deaths were also kind of like that as well. I just took a quick break to check on some things. I was checking my phone with stuff's here. Anyhow, yeah, I was talking about something. Anyhow, that's quite interesting. Anyway, this is quite interesting. Maybe I'll try and jog my memory. Oh, I seem to be twisting my tongue today. Oh, it's getting pretty far into the stream. I mean, not actually that far. I mean, like for actual stream length, it's usually a few hours, but I tend to make them a bit shorter because it's a bit, I don't know if I see it as it being a bit more palatable that way, maybe. I don't know. So I usually like to do longer streams, but I also like to do other stuff. Like I would just go right to my bedtime, but that would take another hour. It's like, whatever. I'll just do something else in that time. And it'll pick up probably usually daily unless I'm too busy, and then I just have to take days off. I'm not really gonna treat this like I mean, it's kind of a commitment, but I'm not really gonna get actively committed to it if I'm not feeling it. You know, I mean, at the beginning of the series, I was kind of all gung ho about the fact that I'm doing this on my own motivations and stuff, and I'm still doing it like that, but I'm somehow still interested in this. Because even in the beginning, I had doubts about my making it even that far. I hadn't really grasped, the walk. I couldn't really comprehend it even at the beginning. So I'm sure for people watching, it's even more. It's like just like that, unless they've actually done things similar to that in Minecraft themselves. It's definitely. I guess at the end of this, once you see like all the hundreds of episodes or whatever it takes to get to the Farlands, it'll kind of be like, whoa, it'll click a bit more then probably. It's kind of for me a little bit. Whenever I walk, I think, where are we? Like about 14% there. Yeah, I've definitely kind of grasped things. Yeah, we surpassed 14% today. But each percent is crazy in size. It's like 100,000 almost. Probably like a bit over 100,000, I think, per percent. Per 100. It's like my friend Matthew saying, SMH my head or that kind of stuff. Or just for that kind of just for the laughs. There's a few other things like that. LOL out loud, stuff like that. Just the dumb stuff, dumb humor. The dumb humor that is funny. Humor. I wonder where they get that from. Oh, that's quite the landmass. There's grass going the whole way underneath here. And all these big old trees. Yes. I probably will end stream soon, or at least end the episode. And then I'll another stream tomorrow as usual. If I have time. I usually do. I'm not that busy a person, especially not working right now, so I should be alright to stream again. And then I'll probably do a new craft stream at some point soon as well, because I want to kind of show you guys some of the behind the scenes on my base, because I'm going to be starting that soon. Because it's been going for like a week now, New Craft 1 Part 2. And I've kind of got some plans brewing for that, so I'll kind of show you guys some of that stuff. Because I'm not gonna leave too much of it up to surprises unless it's actual stuff that surprises to me that I didn't know about before. That might be a bit more of a surprise, but at least the stuff I'll be doing, I'll probably leave that kind of open book a little bit, showing you guys the inner workings. For those of you who do tune into Newcraft, which I'm sure most of you will just stick to Journey of the Farlands here, which I think is an excellent decision. I definitely love old Minecraft. Love the charm, the vibes, the way things just are. Kind of the whole premise behind this. Definitely a lot more unique. What a lot of the stuff nowadays is. So maybe some might be interested by that, and I think I've found a few people who might be. Definitely gotten some traction in the last big week or two. We're up to where are we at now? I don't know if my follower count on Twitch is about the same, but I have 12 subscribers on YouTube's. Pretty crazy because I had just like 6, I mean like 5 subscribers prior to like a month ago. Yeah, that's probably within the last few weeks, so excellent. Like to see at least that's getting some attention. I usually don't really talk about that kind of stuff. I guess I do more now that it's kind of become more relevant, but I don't know. I like to try and not focus things too much on that kind of stuff. It's more or less still that hobby thing I talked about. This is more or less just a passion project, tribute, but still kind of want to, acknowledge things like this, even if I want to keep things kind of a little bit more natural. But me being natural includes the average or the kind of occasional acknowledgement of things. Wow. Excellent. Yeah, especially within the last few weeks, I've noticed a lot of changes with viewership. It seems to be like I guess the more people kind of are interested in stuff like this, the more people kind of get interested, it kind of shows up more. I'm not too sure about the algorithm and all that stuff. I don't think I'm not really working with the algorithm. Like, I mean, I'm sure most people who watching this, judging by my personality and stuff, I'm not really very, like, I'm analytical, but I'm not like, I'm not, I don't know, I'm not trying to, cheat the system. Or not cheat the system, but kind of like get the best kind of conditions. I'm not that kind of person anyway. I just take things as they are, as they evolve, as they grow. And I'll do the same with this, and I have been, so I think things are going fairly decently. I think I'm not doing too bad a job. Oh, before I didn't stream, I gotta do a crafting break here. Because I know I'm just gonna forget about it and be like, by the next stream, I'm sure. So I'll do myself the favor. I'll do future me the favor and make some beds. Nice bed crafting session. Oh, righty. Oh, I gotta get rid of my seeds. I'll make one more bed, just for safe measure. And just craft the wood planks again. I'll have to go shear the wool as it happens. And I'll leave the crafting table there for me to break. Because I know myself, and I've tried to do this before where at the end of the stream I'd place a crafting table here thinking I'll use it when I go back the next day, but I never do that. I always just break it and move forward and then just have to craft the next day. So I'll do myself the favor. Anyhow, that's our ending spot for today. I don't know. I might just do the F3 menu every I guess in the Megasode, I guess I could tell you how far we made it. So what was the first episode? Let's see here. Just give me a minute two. Megasode. Yes. Videos stuff. Blocks covered. 1.7 million, 27,000. All right, and then I'll minus that by 1,772,000. So about 45,000 bucks. So 50,000 bucks in this weekend alone. So that's not half bad. I mean, I could have gone higher, just pessimistic. I could have done better, but I think it was pretty successful for the first kind of megasode. But I think if I do more casual, like longer streams, I probably won't do megasodes all that often. Like I'll do it if there's like a bulk amount of big episodes. So don't expect megasodes all the time. So the next stream will be part 30. So it won't be part 34. The megasode at parts won't be included, just because they're kind of their own thing. They'll still be within the playlist on the YouTube channel anyway. But yeah, I'll kind of leave all the chatter for the next commentary episode. I'm sure the next one will probably be no commentary. They usually tend to be no commentary unless people chat with me. Because I usually don't have that much to talk about. I'm not that busy a person, so yeah. I'll see you guys in the next stream. You guys or whatever, whenever you guys tune in next, if you do. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the attention the series gets. Every little modicum of appreciation. So yeah, thank you guys. And I'll see you later.